Hello, welcome to another episode of the GNPS. It's your boy General. As always, I'm ngedwa, hlezi ngiphethe someone interesting. Sitting next to me is my next guest, Zinhle Madela. Uyaphila
Yes.
siswami?
Ngiyaphila. I'm good.
How does it feel to be an African queen?
What?
Yeah, man, you guys are queens.
Yes, all of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I thought you were making it this exclusive. Just realizing that's all of us.
Right now it's exclusive because when I were the queen corner.
Yes, exactly. So being a queen, when I take a taxi, help me Allah. It's I would say it's good, but
Yeah.
obviously right now what's trending is just the pandemic of gender-based violence. But otherwise, without looking at that, we're at a space where as women we can actually do things ourselves. And we are realizing our potential, so it actually feels good to be a young person, black and female, and striving for dreams. Presidency.
we need more people. We need more females who can think like you do. Part of the reason you are sitting here is because I feel that you are somebody that's inspirational, super talented, what else? Intelligent.
Keep it coming.
It takes a lot to create music, people. You need brain cells. Ekhaya kini bakutshela ukuthi music awukhokhi. Hey. To create music is a deep process.
It is.
And not only that, but to write, like ukubhala, and take those words and match them to a beat or a melody. It takes a lot of brain activity or brain capacity.
Oh wow.
And through your music, you can pick that up. Can I just ask you a question? Is it a thing for you to use? I mean, I know you can sing, you can speak English, but like a trend that you tend to see nowadays, like most artists when they come out, it's not that it's wrong. Obviously most of the influence comes from obviously abroad. So you tend to find artists leaning more towards using English. But for you, you keep it at home.
I tried, yeah.
So for me, that's fascinating because I would like to know: is it an objective that you have in mind that when I create my art, I want it to be delivered in this medium?
Way. To be honest with you, I'm still confused. I'm still confused because I realized with isilungu, khona ama emotions alula, it's easy to express them. Whereas when you have to use ulimi lethu lesiZulu, it comes like rough. It comes rough. Sometimes if you have to, I don't know. I think I'm also. I'm not saying klampe I'm rooted to a point where abantu klampe who write in English, they don't know who they are or where they. No, I don't associate it with that. I associate it with an easier way to express emotions. And then with writing Zulu, there was a point where mangbala, I would know what it is a similar message nale, but now because I'm saying it in Zulu, ngati in a age tizen, it sounds older. It sounds more mature. It's a song where you wanna flirt, but now it comes like and you're just like, yo. I'm just talking to this guy, but in Zulu, I can't just say guy. So it's like and then someone is gonna be like, I know, So I'm still confused with what do I really, because from the set of work I shared, there's a lot of work I didn't. And
Really?
there's
You dropped an 8-track EP and you're telling us.
That's the thing.
And it's not just an 8-track EP. It's a dope 8-track EP.
Thank you so much. That's the thing, because like a lot of people were like, just release 4 songs. I'm just like, I'm not so 24. Like, guys, you understand? Nalo 80. I'm just being like, you know, it was supposed to be 5. It was supposed to be 6. It's supposed to be 4 because it's an EP. Like 8 is more closer to an album. But I'm like, there's so much I want to be able to share. So I was like, you know what? Let me share this part. So I do have English songs that are just still out on the side that I want to share eventually. Yeah. And with my voice, the tone and how soft it is easier to be complemented with other songs. So that was just another thing, and I'm confused, because all those songs, they sound much better compared to Lawe Zulu. So mind you, like, way too, like, these kind of songs, they make your voice shine. These kind of words, will make your voice shine. It's easier. So it's just, I'm still learning, and I'm learning a lot. I'm outside and observing.
So for you, it's more like you're still in a journey to also like understand what it is that you're doing.
Because already right now, with the set of work that I've released, many people have certain ideas about who I am. They associate me with Omamu Simplongo, legendaries, and I'm like, it is an honor, but I still want to dance on stage, guys. Like, so now it's like signal restrictions.
There's still a level matosa somewhere.
You know, there's a Brenda Fassie that wants to pop, but mind, they just, and the whole introduction of IDuku. Yeah, so most people now, they really expect me to have IDuku on. Like, we were just having a talk with my friend right now in Ham. You can't go and finally doing it again. Girl, all the time. I'm like, yay. Time out. So yeah, it's interesting. Because the one thing, I found my voice through house.
So you were doing house music? Yeah,
like, because I was a dancer. So from a very young age, we used to dance, and we won champions and representing district theatre. One of them was
Tiny. We need to set up a battle between you and Tiny's crew.
Is it? Yeah, there was this thing into All-Star, Love Life All-Star Games, where they hlanganisa all provinces together. So we were in grade 8, me and Lelo Nkos, my friend. She's a doctor now. So now I think people don't know you like a dancer. Mind you, don't tell them dancing. Girl, you gotta.
Hey, who's a doctor don't dance?
No, but I think you show a good see. Sometimes we kind of have certain expectations based on So when I was in grade 9, we then started dancing for Bongi Dube as her backing dancers. So we were traveling and touring, and that's how I started actually to learn music is not just Ukhozi FM or any other radio station listening to those sounds. It's actually performance, going out. So I danced for like 2 years for her. And then that's when I started singing house, because I wanted to dance on stage. So now with this set of work, people don't think I can do my pianos, but I have a lot of songs off my piano, a lot of songs off Ikomu, a lot of songs R&B, because like I don't limit my craft. I'm a writer and a vocalist more than being an Afro soul singer. So that's just that. So good see. I'm in trouble.
Wow.
I'm in trouble. Like,
you're right. People don't really know you. Like, I'm taken aback because, I am listening to this EP, IDuku, and I'm like, okay. Obviously, she's talented and she's great at what she's doing. I love her music. And obviously, when you're trying to now see who's the person behind this, for me, one thing that comes, okay, young South African girl. Obviously, I can pick up certain influences within the music, like you mentioned. Some people may liken you to a Umambo Simhlong. For me, it's like it's more remind me of come on, what's her name? Zamajobe.
Oh, Zama.
Yeah, you remind me of Zamajobe, and I'm like, yo, she's talented. Yet here you are, you telling us that you used to dance for Ubongi Dube. And Ubongi Dube, like, that was when? I was like...
Yeah, 2008.
It's like close to a decade. So for me, I can now see the journey that, we probably hopped on the ride like very late in terms of to Zinhle Madela Uba. And not only just as a person, but in the music scene. And it tells, like, like I now understand why your EP is so good. It's because you've been at this. So you sort of been like a student. I don't know if I could say that. And it's telling in the music.
Thank you.
Was it an advantage for you to be exposed to the likes of Abobongi Dube when you look back at the point that where you are now?
Yeah, it was actually, because she was one person who I also liked the fact that she was good at singing, but she exposed her vulnerable side more than like the talent. Yeah, but because something as shy as creatives is that we want to come up perfect, like we want to nail it, we want to get things
we're
done
never
properly.
happy.
We are never happy. We are never happy because we know we can do better. So she was one person who like embraced her flaws, and she worked with what she could do, even though she was under the pressure. Your dad is a legendary Lucky Dube and all of that. And she did her own. So I was very much fortunate, and everything that she was doing and her team, with Becky, really taught me a lot about now in the industry. And I think I've been putting myself into pieces cool to a point of actually last year was the first time get okay as in like just focus on you, and it was hard.
Why was it hard for you?
The same thing. It's like self-love. Self-love is the hardest thing. It's easier to love someone or love something because the energy is going towards something, and you can actually be proud of yourself, and you look at yourself and think, I'm doing right by what I'm doing. But we can't take the same energy and put it on us. So it was very hard. I'm still learning about its self-love and just focusing on myself, because for me it's very easy to show love to other people and other work. So because I've been part of a production behind the scenes, like for working for Afrotainment, for like my promotions,
what type of work were you doing at Afro?
I did 2 fashion shows for them when I was just coordinating everything for their Durban July. So I would find fashion designers and models, and then
so more like you're doing casting work.
Yeah, even in a music video, I was doing wardrobe there. I was doing wardrobe and helping with the content, because we just like, you still, I think for me, I had this thing was I need to understand where I'm going. But the more I understood, the more I was like, am I really going there? Do I really want that? But I was like, okay, no, just throw yourself there. So that's what I was doing. And then I worked for, I also danced for Benzino Zigs.
Yo, dude, you've been out here.
Not Juicy. Not Juicy, the artist. So it's just a lot. And then 2014 was part of Clash of the Choirs. Remember that choir competition? So we were Team Ropey.
Whose team were?
Tim Ropey Maling.
Oh,
The late Malinga, yeah.
Oh my God.
So that was
Zinhle.
and we won that competition. And Nakona, funny enough, there was a lady who was doing wardrobe. Oh, but because for my team, I was that person who was not focusing on music. I wanted that other things like choreography, guys, clothing. So they were like, Zinhle, go on for the next performance. And then I'm just like, okay. So those things, I was never like there forefront. I think I had a lot of insecurities as well to like, hey, I love music, but you know what? I'm not perfect. I'm not the best vocalist ever. And that competition, I learned a lot because 20 people in one choir, and all of us, we want to be some people, and all of us, we're so talented, and then we're at a space where like at a particular Sunday there needs to be like a lead, so we will go by each other, you know, nasty things to each other, and I'm just talking about 20 people in one choir. There's other choirs for Amyama province. And I realized they were going,
and there's a lot of you talented as well.
Talented. And I from that time, I stepped back because I was coming from Mandeni. I'm singing from high school. They're supportive. I went to UKZN. And then I was like, I want to sing. So they were like hosting Miss Howard. I went and I came to auditions. But yeah, I'm modeling. I'm chubby as fuck. Like, and I'm not just the parts. But yes, I'm like, no, I'm not here to model. And then I remember the guy who was hosting the auditions was Derek Mhlong.
Yeah, I know Derek.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
he actually scouted me. Like when I was doing my first year, like he scouted me every ascent for modeling. Like,
yes. That's what he does. And but okay. Shonanga, yabo. Bangene ke ngiyabuka amantombazane amodera. And then it's like, what's all? Yabo. I was singing Rihanna.
Which song? Which song? It's that time, ladies and gentlemen. We'll get back to your story. I'll remember. Tiny, if I don't, make sure you remember where we were. Zinhle, guys, akafuna ukukhuluma yena. Ufuna ukucula. Uqede usitshela ukuthi wacula iculo la Rihanna.
Oh my gosh.
Let's give a moment.
Let's sing. Now I'm gonna mess up lyrics in front of everyone.
It doesn't matter. It's not your lyrics, as long as it's not your lyrics.
You guys know the song. All along it was a fever. Those are right lyrics? Yes. A cold sweat, hard-headed believer. People is singing along. I threw my hands in the air, say, show me something. He said, if you dare, come a little closer. Dun, 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 dun.
Hey,
Round and around and around and around we go. Oh, now, tell me now, you know. Oh, not really sure. Sing along, come on, you know.
You got this, dude. Like I'm gonna ruin it.
Move, come on, makes me feel like a little. Yes. All the way. I want you to stay.
Oh shit! See, I told you.
Yeah. Hey.
I told you guys.
So that's the song I did.
And how did it go?
I was like, okay, and then it's like, okay, you must get instrumentals or something or a band. He left it all on me. So that's the beginning of everything. Like my head changed because I was like, okay, now I'm gonna perform Miss Howard. It was Miss Howard. And I have to fix my performance. And then my rehearsals are nini. So I started from there to sing Guma Runways.
This is when now?
This is 2013, my second year in varsity. Yeah. So that's when, and actually that year is the time when I started during your Durban July. Because I worked with Derek, he would be like, you come in. Uzat, the designer, remember, you would come in, I was wearing her clothes, you sing, and then
look at you,
and the models would come.
Model, musician, go.
Together, you see, together, this fashion thing and music, I was like, it's one thing, So I came in wearing a dress and I started singing, and then bangenaga umisi Madela, and then I sang a Puma, obviously, and then Derek liked everything. It's like there's another fashion show that's going to be happening with Bloom Marketing at Durban July. So I did that, and the nice thing of being makeup done, dress done,
being the main act.
And Uswank, I just remembered Uswank team. He instilled this thing. Yeah, he instilled this thing. You a superstar, Ati. Okay, where's the singer? Where's the musician? And I swear, I was like Rihanna, like I was Beyonce in my head, because the way he would make sure this is your outfits, made me feel good. And then that's just was part of my journey.
Wow, wow! That's an amazing story.
Yeah, thanks.
Wow, I feel like I was there.
maybe some of the fashion shows were there, because I remember
it stopped modeling in 2013.
That's it, 2013. That was the beginning of my modeling singing career.
So, I mean, that's where you got this feeling like, what you say?
I can do this. Shit. Yeah, I can do this.
This is me, Mos. You mean, hello.
Durban July, like, some performing Durban July, like, yeah. And back home, they were so proud. Like, yeah, they thought, yeah, I'm the ish. Next thing, I'm going to come back home with a Jaguar.
Yeah. The time is coming. As soon as a few things gets out of the way. Back home, I mean, take us back to your upbringing. Like, how was life growing up for you in Mandeni? Did you grow up in Mandeni?
Yeah, I grew up in Mandeni. Obviously, izinto zokuvakasha kamaga baba. Naseswayimani. So mom's side is Swayimani. So my upbringing was, I knew from high school ukuthi indawo la ngiqhamuka khona inamagama yabo. When you come to like Durban and you like usuke Mandeni, they think, oh hey, yabo phuma Mandeni, yabo, they have their own ideas about Mandeni. So that's when I learned ukuthi okay, damn, indawo ezayidumile kahle yabo. And then I was like, but there's so much great things going on that I would really want to share. So ngihlala noma ekhaya and my sister nobhuti nengane yabhuti wami. So that's just to set up ekhaya. My dad passed away in 2007, but they had already separated. No man. So at Mandeni, I was a very active child. Like, I was playing basketball, I was doing netball. No, like, I'm good. I'm good. Like, I was just that kid doing everything.
How good is your shot? Like,
no, 3 points, NJ. Like,
you can score 3 points.
Yeah, I was representing my districts for under 21. My analog
Tiny, you need to set up a court. Let's see these girls' skills and see where they're at.
Challenge accepted.
Also, Love Life Games, that's what you were also...
I did basketball until we started dancing, and then I was like, I want to dance, because dancing was more nice. Like, when all games are done, so clearly that dancing competitions. All the sports, say pumul and stuff, yeah. So, but it was always a clash, yeah, because I remember at the time when I saw my team and this, like basketball, we here for dancing. It's like, how much is Zinhle shot on a point guard and fit? I'm like, okay, and that time was the same time when we were going to dance.
I guess you okay.
Yeah,
you were a point guard.
Yeah, point guard.
Okay.
I was just a runner, like point guard.
You go basket to basket.
Yeah.
You can go hard, really, like the whole game.
Yeah.
4 quarters, no doubt.
No doubt.
Aye, all right. Gloomy.
It's just that pillar obviously is still scratchy, but I'm there. I still have my basketball ball. Oh, that's nice thing. When on Thursday last week, so couldn't basketball kotela pembilo bengayas.
Yeah.
So I go up, I take my ball, and then I see these boys because I don't know the entrance. Masebe angena, Masebe is so you can play. I'm like, yeah, I can play. And then we started playing. Like they were just like, we never expected it.
You schooled them.
I was like, you little boys, I'm gonna show you how auntie do it. Auntie Zinhle, I'm gonna show you. Yeah, but yeah, it was nice. I was young. With basketball, that's one thing like I learned how to do from 4 years, because that's when Engine started sponsoring Malokishin, Benzama Koti, putting here. So there was a lot of balls, and yeah, we would go there after school in J. You didn't even know what you were doing. So it's just like a tattoo. It's there. Yeah, but whether I kumbula no kumbuli, because nothing to goes, oh, I can still play. It's been a while, yeah. So basketball, I was dancing, and then singing was only in school with my choir. So I think that's another thing. My attention was everywhere. Yeah. So that's how we grew up in Mandeni. And there was also a clash of the fact ukuthi siselokishini and then kababa kusetulas. So it's more like
Tulas, what's the difference between a lokshin and
Tulas? It's like Makaya.
Oh, yeah, okay. Like one place is at Makaya and then you say lokshin.
Yeah. So there was that thing ukuthi, yeah, well, I am finding my identity between
those two places.
Between those two. And then my sister started adopting because my mom never was like hamba nini ka chief matonzi way like kuhlola khona. So my sister liked it, and then I joined her. So
like ukuhamba umhlanga.
Yeah, ukuhamba umhlanga, all of those things. So you just a modern girl, elokishini, doing these things. So that's just me. There's just always that clash. You could see. So who am I? Yabo, and I feel like that's what I tried to portray on my EP. Uguti, I am African, but I am not rooted. Like, I am not a Maskandi. Yabo, I am in between. Whatever you call it, it is what it is. Yabo, because I know Uguti, even with people who are deep in Maskandi and deep in traditional music, they'll be like, but you don't sound like us. Yabo, but you don't sound like us. You have these elements, blah blah blah. And you go to R&B and you go to soul and these new sounds, neo soul, yeah, well, and they're like, but there's this Zulu thing about you, yeah, well, there's this African thing about you, yeah, well, and then also with house, yeah, well, house elements. It's like I've been struggling to belong. Hence, I was telling you about the songs because I've been that person, yeah, well. So how do I then not without being apologetic?
Nah, just be you.
Be myself.
We are here. Jabule ngapha. Unenkinga, peace. Try the next door.
Next door, yeah. So that's just been me, my upbringing, and it's still a journey, an interesting one, because now I want to, like a mixture of something. Yeah, I want to find the core center of this mixture. Not in a theoretical way, like I have to write it down, but just to be able to define it. Yeah,
just be able to understand it when yourself.
Yes,
because you don't owe anyone
explanations. That's so true. But at the same time, as much as I would finally find it and understanding it maybe, I want it to be shared out, because I feel like banning abantu who get into mix of cultures, yabo. Because umuntu ngazejala ukuthi you might have an identity problem because umako is some other race and you're another race. Within the same culture, we're still confused. Yabo. Let's space categorize ukuthi I'm a Zulu girl. There's still many elements. So
there's still a lot that you still need to figure out.
So when this happens, then what?
Like the perfect example is like, I don't know with other families, but like one thing I've learned from my family is that Tina abantu bamnyama or more the Zulus that's what I know. Well, I'm just I'm just generalizing. I'm not saying this is a fact. Is that ukuthi umland, we don't know how to pass down umland or umndeni because we hide so much things. Like even though someone might tell you a story like about the history of family again, there's still things where they omit or they change them.
That's so true. That is so true. I don't know how and what happened because I've been having an interest of amahubo, and I've learned ukuthi many other families now amahubo abo namanje they still do them. Awafane ithakazelo, awafane ibongo. Yabo. So it's different. Khona amahubo, khona ibongo, and khona ithakazelo. Yabo. And you're just like, huh? Well, isn't like the same thing? Yabo. So because no one is sharing it to listen, amahubo like hamba kanje. Makuzongena umalume esibayeni sihuba kanje when we happy. Yabo. When we sad sizobeka umuntu sihuba kanje. Yabo. Because this is how we cry and we remembering uban. Hence, you find there's there's a history of suicide in the family, but no one knows. Even with other families, there was one malume that started drinking, and then things went south. And because we don't know, even with mental health, there's disorders that once they're being enhanced by alcohol, you will kind of have those schizophrenic episodes. Yes. So we don't know that. We don't know umlando like hi ukuthi yabo even ubani washona kanjani. Hence even in medicine there's like family history. Has anybody in the family been diagnosed with cancer? So there's a lot actually that we don't know about our families.
You know, because you're speaking about amahubo, ithakazeli, ibong. Like for me, like it's like Ngulelo Maskandi. Well, not just it, but like amongst what I listen to, Maskandi. And obviously, abaculi bamaskandi bane ibongo zabo. Like bazo ibongela bona. And like there's something that I never understood about that. I don't know if this is how they feel about it, but like for me, I feel like it's important for everyone to have ibong. Like
it is,
because it's not, you don't have to wait. I feel like it's sort of, you define your own identity with ibong. Because if you need to me now, for me, this is one rough idea that I had. Mfana wasenquthu awelithukela wezeThekwini sozama mathuba. Ibongo sami lezo. That's a fact. I came from enquthu ngawelithukela. So even in history, later on, as soon as makuthiwa umfana wawelithukela, that's me. Like whoever was a relative yami who be alive then will know ukuthi mina what I went through during my lifetime.
This
like
is what you,
But now, like Tina, because isn't it like that, like Ibong Mahubo, sort of fizzled away from our attention and they stopped becoming, isn't of importance. We now, as the generation that's present now, we now have to go scrap for history.
And we have to do it.
So we can't even think ukuthi abantu that we share the same DNA with, ukuthi bona ngesikhathi besaphila kulo mhlaba esiphila kuwo babephila kanjani, and who they were
and what they conquered. Because when you realize ukuthi conquered something like this. Yabo, he invented something like this, and that is past 3 bongo zako. As your grandchild, yabo, I'll know I can even do better because I didn't know I come from an academic family like Oduma, like my mom's side. Sangibona nje, I'm like, hayi umkhulu wakho ayifundile, yabo, and you're like, but if you had told us this, I would have carried on the legacy, No, but you just like, and your mom, News magazine, and there's other Milungus. They were one of the people that were doing research about soil. Yabo. So I'm like, yabo, I didn't know this. Yabo, no one shared it because I guess we blame it all on them. There were a lot of things that came as a distraction to history. Yabo, the fights, political fights, the black on black attacks, the apartheid. So now, Njongo Bush, it is our role that we need to find, like, everybody go back home and be like, yo, tell me. Because as in Zinhle, I remember when we were doing African psychology, Oguti, Africans, we've never had, or sihlukanise inkolo. Like, we were always like, I'm an individual and I'm one with nature, I'm one with God. There was nothing, like, we never gendered unkulunkulu or Siemens as something else. He was just like a daily thing, a lifestyle. There's no particular Sunday, an exclusive one way. Now I pray to him.
It's an everyday thing.
Yeah, but so now that was, for me, was like, it made sense. It was actually, that's why even our outfits, the traditional way, it was so not animated, but it was like we were just one with nature, one with land, one with, hence ney'thakazelo zethu zi-involve ukuthi usibiya ngeenkomo or ubani bani ulwandle kalwela zinkonjane. All of those things, they make you understand ukuthi my people were actually close to the ocean, or that's where they prayed. So
Yo.
I'm just supporting that. I'm supporting you.
That's mind-blowing.
Water.
That's mind-blowing because, like, so many things now that just, comes to my mind, and it sort of makes sense. Just thinking about what you just said, like, we were people who just cared about life, nature, what's around us. We never superseded what's around us.
No, we were equals.
And makes me think, Uti, when they say that we've been stripped of our identity. So that's why we don't understand ourselves, and we can't subscribe to one thing. Abantu bamnyama can't subscribe to one thing. It's because that has been ripped of us, and obviously it fell away along with some of the things that we just spoke about. The amahubo, ithakazelo, ibonga, na yonke leyo nto le. And I'd like to put a challenge to you and your colleagues. Uguti, you guys need to do a lot more of this, like, ibongo.
Yeah.
Because your fans or your supporters can now see that or be inspired, to also take up the same thing. Because we cannot shy away from the fact that musicians are sort of culture leaders. Especially when you have a great fan base, and with the music kwako, like, for me, I feel like it's music that's, you can use it on a daily basis. There's lessons, there's stories, there's ideas.
There's love stories.
Yes, love stories. Like, can I thank you for that? Like, thank you just for writing good music that sort of inspires positivity, which is in time. You know, songs like Lomunt, even though it's controversial. Well, not controversial.
No, just say like, you like Ulomuntu because right now you cannot justify what you say.
But yeah, and Matandana, yeah. There's a Matandana as well.
You are fired.
No, okay.
You are caught on camera. Live.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, you are caught on camera. Alright, is in good lab.
There's Udlalile Ngami as well. I've been bumping that crazy. I think the streams now they're just like running up. Lambi hour on that track alone because it's on repeat.
Thank you. Uba udlale ngawo.
Eh?
Uba udlale ngawo.
No one.
Oh,
no,
you're just playing the song.
I appreciated the song because it's just so honest. Like, you know, it's so honest because it's honest about saying, okay, when a person has loved, and obviously now they're at a point where they're looking back on how things went, and then you're realizing like, yo, I was played, you know, but you're still honest to the fact that there was love there. Yeah. What inspires your writing? Or is it just random? Is it just like, okay, what I'm going through right now? Or is it stories that you hear from people in your life?
Yeah, I think it's both, like experiencing something. So you can experience something even if it's not yours. Yabo. Like, for an example, like Oma Tandana is in Komo are songs that I experienced because I was doing a lot of weddings. Yabo. So gigging on weddings, you see people, you actually experience the love from the bride to guy. Yabo. The appreciation because as a band you sit till the end because you can't start packing so at the end I'm always there, so Makoti will be like, so I used to like make jokes about it. They'll couple, you like look at their physique, how humble they are, how they actually, you can see by actually look I am tanned, yabo. So so that's where the writing came from, yabo. And I remember Umatandana, there's a sister of mine, she's my neighbor, she was getting married as well, but why sister yabo. So it went on, and then when she had to uhuba ebonga to umkhwenyana wakhe unjabulo, she started ihubo lokubonga, yabo. Wamculela, and then wamgiyela, watelepela bonje, because she's happy. And it's all those gestures. I experienced that. And then amanye, it is something like I've been through, yabo. Amanye, it's just like, what if this were to happen? Yabo, Ulo Muntu was just an idea, like, yabo, it was just an idea. But what if, you like someone and only to find a good thing. As much as I knew it happens, but it ended up the feedback is like everybody's going through the same thing. God, what is going on? What is going on? And the funny thing is, I recorded at a space where I was in my darkest emotions. The 2 songs that I relate on the EP at that time when I was recording is Udlalile Ngami and the last track, IDuku
GNPS. Those were personal. Those were personal,
yabo. And those are the songs that were genuine, yabo. The rest was inspiration, yabo. And not that it wasn't genuine, but it was just external forces more. I was not in a space of being in love. I was not in a space of loving any good music. I was in a space, but I was scared to expose my emotions. EPM. So those songs, they're not part of the EP. They're still there. There's a lot of songs.
Oh, those are the ones that are in the vault.
They're in a folder. So, because I was like, I'm a very happy person when I'm on stage. So I was confused. You could see, this is the content I've written, but on stage, I'm not this performer. So I was scared of confusing people who already knew me on stage and people abazoqalongazi, because I don't know how to perform sad music. So I was scared of like
Oh, so that's why you teased us with just a little bit.
With a little bit, yeah. I could
hey,
see.
Lalelan, I can do this.
You know, I can, but it's just that I'm not ready yet. Yeah, well, I think if I were to record, I were to share like another project, it will be a very sad project. I don't want to depress people. I don't want to depress people.
Listen, I'd pay to come and hear you sing Udlalilengam.
Okay, I must set up a show for you.
I'd pay. I'm serious, dude. Like, I can pay, because for me, that's a very beautiful, like, the whole EP, but my favorite is Udlalilengam.
Oh, Udlalilengam.
Yeah, that's like my favorite.
Olomont is Tiny's favorites, yeah.
Yeah. Because I think for Udlalilengam, it's more than, because you mix it up with the lingo, you know, it's Zulu, Nisingesi, a little bit of Isingesi.
Yeah. And Udlalilengam, I didn't write it.
Who wrote it?
We were literally, like, if you can listen from, like, the beginning, it was, like let me just freestyle. So I just freestyled because...
Oh, I thought that was somebody else wrote it.
No. I wrote it. I wrote it, but I freestyled. So I was back home in Mandeni.
Yo, did you just say the song that I like? You just freestyled it? You didn't even sit down and think about it?
No, I didn't. And actually,
yo,
it is 16 minutes long.
It was what?
It is 16 minutes long.
The full version. It's my favorite time.
Why kata? Because what happened was
Wait, do you still have the full version?
I'll find out.
Please.
I'll find out. It's 16 or more. Yeah. I'll find out.
Yo.
Because what happened was Unduna, like the producer, he's like, sure, okay, I record, yabo. Set up Wangshi. That's me. Should guess. So when before I actually should guess, kind of I'm like, Sissy on is like, is the mic on? Like, it's like, sure. Then so and he went for a smoke. I don't know where else he went. He came back and he came back like, I'm like.
No.
I'm like, and then was like Shak, and then this other time is like, yo guys, I'm like, well, do what you gotta do. So Nama was the first time Gila Lela Yonk. I don't know if Rayham or he chose the best part. I don't know. Because even Namanja, I still struggle to perform it live because it doesn't have a format. If we lalela, like, you could come randomly, pin the footy.
But it's that's what makes it good.
Yeah, dude.
And like for me, that's I was like, when I was like, yeah, I bought this one. If I was an A&R showcase, this one I'm sending it to all radio stations. We need this one on high rotation. Shoot a music video, blow the fuck up.
Noted. I'll do exactly that.
Yo, people, do yourself a favor. Head on over to Spotify, Apple Music, Deezer, Jukes, wherever you get your shit, and just download IDuku by this lovely lady sitting next to me. We are now talented. Sazocula foot. If you missed it, just rewind, go back.
Yeah, I know.
So I mean, what's the plan for Zinhle? The COVID is okay, it's still here, but like I'd love to know with him, like if it's okay with you, what is your plan going forward? You know, despite all this 2020.
2020. You know what? I want to. I'm still not sure. I think I didn't think through everything actually, because EP has been demanding, and I think I feel so bad that I'm letting people down, because they're like, you should be pushing your song, like from a good place.
Okay.
You should be pushing the song. Do this. For me, it's like I wanted just to share something. Yabo. It was long overdue. When my live performances, yabo, and doing covers, yabo. So I was like, let me finally, you know what, let it out. And for the EP, my EP, I write songs. I write a lot, but all of those songs are new, because it was like First Love when we got to studio and they played the music and I wrote instantly there in studio. So it was like fresh writing. I still have a book of songs that I haven't, like, you know, even.
Damn, go.
Yeah, but.
Damn.
So I was like, I
Malathi namashares Zinhle Madela. Sibone ukuthi mhlambe
investments.
We can put in some investments.
Yes. I am looking for. I am looking for investments, because I'm an independent female artist. I'm doing everything myself. Like I don't have like a team. I have a team that is helping me with this. So hence it's overwhelming, because all I was like, okay, let me release my music, let me launch it, and then we'll see where everything goes. Yeah, but now I see it's okay. I have to be business minded, obviously, about it, plan, strategize. I know I want to do a video between Odlalele Ngamno Lomuntu. So, but I will, as a first music video, so I'm still not sure how to articulate. I was so blessed because even for my EP launch, I wrote a proposal and I shared it, and people actually sponsored. So I was surprised to see actually people can give you money.
Your shit's good, girl. Obviously, we can give you money.
I'm like, okay. So I need to look out for more sponsorship to carry on the project. But I definitely know I want to travel. I want to travel around Africa. I want to travel to places where there's the ocean, my island. I want to go to Brazil. Brazil is in my list. I want to go there. I have friends there. I have a family, friends there.
Okay.
So I do want to travel all around the world. I want to go to China because my friends are there. So I do, like, even if it's like a small restaurant, for me, they'll be able to tour.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be like a concert, So I see myself traveling to restaurants with a band if I get sponsorships, and if not, I will work with what I have, probably meet a band in that particular country. So definitely, because I think I don't want to go for what the mainstream in South Africa is going for. Like, I don't want to stay here till,
I just don't want to keep your things here.
Yeah, and I just pray for an ability to be able to write, to carry on writing for something that will be appealing on the international market, so that I can tell stories from where I'm coming from. Like, dude,
it's already enough. Like, you Edela yes, as now if it's my fans. Yes, now we always want you on your A game. So
true.
As mind, the music is good. We enjoy it. It's in our lives.
Yeah.
And with your plans, with the support that you already have, I feel like you don't need to look at anyone. Even myself, even what I'm saying. it's just me echoing what's already probably been said to you, that you're a great musician. You can go all the way. And I'll tell you one thing, ne? Like, be you. Whatever Zinhle feels like being at that time, give us that. Because that's what you did with IDuku. It works. It's enough. Anyone who picks tough.
Tough for them.
Tough for them. Internationally, I can take this. I can take this and present it and tell you, here's a South African musician, and they're telling stories about South Africa in a South African language. Might I add? Which means you are different. Because internationally, like, fine, you can be as good as, sound as good as Beyonce, but in actual fact, like, it's gonna be hard to do it like Beyonce does it.
There's only one queen, Beyonce.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So therefore, that should tell you there should only be one Zinhle Madela. No other. Anyone else who tries to come close to pretending to be you, tough. So you're gonna have a tough time catching up. Anything you wanna leave us with in closing? We don't want to keep you here for too long because you still have to go home.
Oh man, it's been good. Thank you guys for hosting me. So happy. This is actually my first time doing something like this.
Pew, pew, pew.
Say, it's going on my profile. Yeah. Yeah. So thank you so much for hosting me and putting my name out there. It matters. It humbles me. Thank you so much. In closing, what can I say? Download the music, support Zinhle Madela, and on socials do follow. And also
what's the handle, go?
It's Zinhle Madela everywhere on Twitter Zinhle Madela, Facebook Zinhle Madela, YouTube Zinhle Madela. There's nothing, no decorations, no numbers. No underscore.
No underscore.
No capital. Oh no, capital letters.
You're making us feel bad. I still have to say my handle.
No, you will.
I'm kidding.
I'm just explaining my handle. I'm explaining mine. Because what does also underscore? I'm like, no, Zinhle Madela. Just say Zinhle Madela. Yeah, and I'm still working on my content for the websites, but it's already there. It's just that it's shorter, easy reading. So it's my fault. I need to make time for it. In closing, I am one person who is a testimony of one's efforts. Like, you are responsible for your dream. Like, I think sometimes we drag our journey because we're waiting for someone to call you and say, you're doing well, or I have an offer for you, or I will sign you, or I will sponsor you. I literally stopped my life of performances. I left Durban because I was like, I'm going home because I can't afford to be in Durban. I'm gonna go home. I got a job where I was earning like a minimum, and that you be like, I would not work and get 3.5 or something. It is what made the EP. I saved that money, save up for me to be able to travel, me to be able to pay abantu for mixing and mastering, me to be able to own my own work and content. And obviously I had amazing people like Ugiven Zulu, the producer, who was like, I'm gonna help. Usimpiwe Mkhwanazi was like, okay, I'll do your photo shoots. And it was at a professional standard. I wouldn't have been able to, afford. And my friend Lelo Nkosi, like, she was one person who was like, for this, for that, for this. So sometimes because I started, people saw it's okay, I'm moving. So you can't have any excuse. You can't have any excuse because we can't say in a business idea but in capital. We can't be that generation. because then we'll be embarrassing the people who fought for us and the people who are still fighting for us. Yabo. So if you have a dream, just do the minimum that you can do to start. Yabo. And create your own opportunities, create your own events, create your own life, because that's what I did. That's what I do. I do my own show. I invite other people, yabo, and vele kunakho lokho ukuthi females can't actually like host events, but from A to Z, venue, sound, everything, ticket sales, and being able to do that and help myself to grow my brand, yabo. So I just like to say that because I believe with that, which keeps me going, maybe it can in like help someone start something that they've been dreaming of. So that's my cue.
Thank you. I told you she's a queen. I warned you. But in any case, nonetheless, thank you, Zinhle, for joining us. Don't go anywhere. Stay there. And shout out to my homie behind the camera, Tiny Films.
Tiny Films.
Underscore. Shout out to Mprix Mapricado on the sound. Underscore. Is it Prince or Mprix? Mprix. Yeah, Mprix. Yeah, it's Mprix.
Oh, I'm not wrong. Okay. Shout out.
And you can follow the podcast at GNPS _podcast. You can follow me at General _Ingeniela. Everywhere. Yes, now. So bambana next time. Oh, wait. Zinhle is gonna whisk us away.
I'm a sing?
Yes,
okay. Who am I sending the invoice to?
To GNPS. And Tiny Films.
No, that's an expensive joke. Like my jokes are on my level. Like, yeah, based on a joke. Who am I sending the invoice to?
Yeah.
So which song am I sing?
Ngicela udlalile ngami. I know you said you don't remember the song.
Yeah, but I'll
because like I say, you just be Zinhle. You do it however the hell you want to do
it. It's okay. Was it yesterday when you said you don't need me? Was it yesterday when you said you can't live without me? Udlalilengam, udlalilengami, udlalilengami, udlalilengami. Wena utshela bonke abantu ukuthi ngeke ukwazi ukuphila ngaphandle kwami. Kodwa wena uyahluleka ukungiphatha kahle. Udlalile ngami, baby. Udlalile ngami.